If you are looking for the perfect recipe for a busy weeknight that's a one-pot meal, you're in and out of the kitchen, you're going to love today's recipe.
We are going to be making this ground beef orzo with a tomato cream sauce. This is so quick and easy to make. It is absolutely perfect for a weeknight, like I said before. And I'm just going to start out by mincing up a few cloves of garlic. You could also just add in garlic powder to your sauce if that's what you prefer to do. But I wanted to use fresh garlic, so I'm just going to go ahead and mince that up here. And then I did like a little slow-mo here in a second. You can kind of see this piece of garlic shoot out at me. I thought it was hilarious when I saw it in the footage. And then you're going to need a little bit of onion. Now, this onion I had was absolutely huge. I actually got this from a friend in Sophie's puppy class. He's a farmer and he brought us this onion and it was literally like the size of my head. So I just needed a very small amount of it. And I'm just going to do like a fine dice on that. If you don't like onions, again, you can leave that out, or you can season the sauce with some onion powder or like the dehydrated onion flakes if you would like to. Then you're just going to add in 1 pound of ground beef to your pan. And I just broke that up and let it start cooking. And then I added in the onion, gave it a good stir. And then I just let this cook until the meat becomes nice and brown and the onions soften. Once that happened, I drained off any excess grease, added in my garlic and the dried orzo, a little bit of red pepper flake and some Italian seasoning, gave that a good toss and let it cook for about a minute, minute and a half before going in with the liquid, just so it can kind of all come together, let that garlic cook, and it kind of toasts the orzo up a little bit. For the liquid, we're going to be adding in beef broth. I have the better than bouillon, so that's why I added the water separately, and then also some canned tomato juice along with a little bit of heavy cream and a little splash of Worcestershire sauce. Then you just want to bring this to a very low boil, like barely boiling, just like a little bubble is kind of like what the recipe says. And I will have this linked in my description box, so if you want the full recipe and all the measurements, it will be there. But this is going to cook just for about 10 minutes, and then you can see here that the sauce is thickened up, the orzo has cooked perfectly. We're going to sprinkle in a little bit of Parmesan cheese along with some fresh spinach. And I do this in batches because my husband and I aren't a huge fan of if something has too much spinach, like a dish like this with too much spinach. So I did a little bit, gave it a stir to let it wilt in, and then added a little bit more, but you can add as much or as little as you'd like. And then at the end, you just want to give it a taste and then season it with some salt and pepper to your preference. Give it a final stir, and then you are ready to serve. This comes together so quickly. It is absolutely delicious, and it's something that's a little bit different because I don't feel like orzos use that much.
I really hope that you enjoyed seeing today's recipe. Please let me know in the comments down below if you give it a try. Make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss out on any future videos, and I will see you in the next one.